So today was a pretty good day. We had the DXY down, and that's, in my opinion, why gold had a bit of a thrust this time. I mean, gold's been going up despite the DXY climbing constantly, but since that candle there, where we had this ugly sort of shooting star, we had this also yesterday continuation, and today, I think DXY is going to hold a bit here. So maybe we get gold just sort of leveling off a little bit. Who knows? The DXY could bounce. Gold could just drift a little bit lower because the breakout in gold's been absolutely ridiculous. So it's normal that you have a bit of a drop in gold after such a big move. But for me, it was a bit of DXY slash yield related. Yields also coming down with DXY today. So I think that's kind of explaining the gold move. I mean, besides the fact that we've completely broken out and we're going to be like a magnet to 3,000, we could have a bit of a drop, like a small retrace. We may not even retest 2,800, which is support now since it was resistance. So we're just magnet to 3,000, but I feel like we might just have a bit of a red day tomorrow. Nothing too crazy. But gold, amazing. Gave back a bit of the gains, but that's fine. It was absolutely crazy. It was like another 1% plus move at some point. Silver was okay. It was okay. Yesterday, silver was quite good, but today I would have expected a bit more, like continuation of the breakout, confirmation, clearly closing above this 32.30 that I've been talking about. You can see it was resistance yesterday, and today on a daily close basis, it remained resistance. So we need to really close above it. And to be honest, a close above 32.50 would really confirm it because then you've definitely taken out this horizontal, but also close above today's high of day would be good. I just don't know if we can do it tomorrow because gold's done such a big move already and the DXY and the yields have come down already quite a bit. So maybe we have a bit of an opposite day tomorrow. For the miners, actually start off with GDX real quick, yeah. GDX pretty good. Again, the GDX sort of outperforming, relatively speaking, the others, the GDXJs and all that. Pretty good, right? Closed maybe a bit more than half from its high of day. I mean, how much of a percentage move are we away from the highs? 7%, that's not much. I think gold at 3,000 equals GDX at its old high of 44. So GDX good. There's this one resistance here. Otherwise, I see clear skies to the old high. If we look at SIL, that's okay. Look at that. Just forced back down and closed within the descending. Look at that. The horizontal acted resistance and then the daily close was within the other resistance. So we really need to close above this 37 and then we can start. All right, gap fill straight away, but then moving up to this 39.40 zone. And you need silver for that. It's all about silver, Same thing with SILJ and GDXJ. Look at SILJ. At least it was green, but I mean, fair enough. Silver didn't have a crazy move, so SILJ gave back a lot, more than half. Well, actually, if you consider yesterday's close, it's pretty much half. So SILJ underperforming, but it's explained by silver. GDXJ better, right? Obviously got that gold component. So, but that's good. Look at that. Opened at the resistance. Next stop, I see nothing until up here. But that's a big move too. So some of these big moves in the miners require gold marching toward 3,000. But we need one of those days where the miners just do like 5 or 6%. Today was okay. It was okay. It was good. I'll take it. It was good money. But when you've got gold up 1%, I just expect the miners to be up like 3.5 at least. But then again, silver was not up that much, so that explains it. Um, all right, let's look at, whoops, wrong one. Let's look at the miners. Starting off with Newmont, that did okay. Where are we? Newmont, that did okay, outperformed GDX. Totally taken out this little 43.60-ish zone. Next stop up here, I think I sold it at 44.99 actually, which is where it closed pretty much. But yeah, with next stop for me, it's quite hard to call actually. Maybe 46, maybe here. There are lots of little mini pit stops, like the high over here. I feel like 46 is something. I feel like this is a level 46.50. Maybe up here, 47.50. Lots of little areas, but I trimmed a little bit today. Good day, outperformed the GDX. Let's keep going up. Barrick Gold, for Barrick Gold, pretty good. Up almost 3%, better than GDX. Next real resistance is around here, I think, 17.59. Agnico-Eagle, very good. Continued to go up towards 100. I trimmed at 99. I think I had 98.99 as the sell. I rarely sell Agnico, but I was like, let's just do one sell. My other sell was supposed to be at 99.99, but to be honest, if we take out today's high of day tomorrow or any other day, we're going to do more than a little 10% move and hit 100. We'll probably go straight through 100. So I may either adjust the sell to just yesterday's high of day, or I just take it off and let it run. Agnico-Eagle is just going to keep going up. That's its job. It does a good job. Look at that, up 3 point something percent. Again, outperforming GDX. It's just non. This is like the Nvidia of the mining space. Next is Pan American Silver, which also is outperforming and doing very, very well. If you remember what the silver chart looks like, SIL, right? SILJ, this is completely outperforming it. I think the best silver miner tested this area here, 25, 25.20. Okay, it closed below. Of course, that's what silver and the miners did. But one more big day and you're at 26. And for sure, before silver gets to 35, this is making new highs and probably going to be around, I don't know, 30 by the time silver's hitting 35. So perfect. Really, really happy with Pan American Silver. Wheaton also pretty similar chart actually to Pan America. It was outperforming down here and now it's just made up for it. And again, today, good day, up 3%. Tested and broke out of this resistance but closed below it. Fair enough, makes sense. Next stop really is 68. I think I trimmed this one also where the resistance is. I did lots of trimming today. So my next trim will be around, I don't know, 67.99, probably the old high. It's just so strong, it can do it easily. 68.49, probably a little trim. Another good one is Franco Nevada. Look at this. Just boom, closed at new high, closed near high of day. It's been on a tear. It's been outperforming its peers because for this whole period here, it was just inadequate. You know, it was just going sideways when it should have gone up. Then it finally had a pop and came all the way back down. But honestly, since I don't know, down here, it's just outperformed. And today, just one of the best miners, to be honest. Not percentage gain, just closing near high of day and just outperforming its peers. Next stop for me is all the way up here. 146. I've got 146, went straight through 140. 146. Another good one is Metalla. Finally, yesterday was also a very good day for Metalla. I wanted that continuation. It closed above 3. I think that did something psychologically. For me, it was about 319, 321, or 319 is the sell. So I trimmed that, and then look at that. It closed easily above it at 329. For me, next stop is over here just above 340, but the real one is going to be up here 370. That's going to take some decent move in the metals, but this one outperformed massively. I mean, up 8%. That's just by far outperforming a lot of the other ones I'm holding. So very good from Metalla. The royalty stocks did pretty good overall, actually, at least the ones I'm holding. Moving to the silver stock, first Majestic, opposite. It was red today. Explain that. I mean, I know that silver didn't do that well, the silver miners didn't do that well, but it's still a green day. And it had a really good day yesterday, almost to the point where it sort of cracked above its resistance. It kind of closed just at resistance. But a red day, I don't think there was any news. There was too much going on. I didn't check, but that's weird actually for me. I can't really explain that. It just needs to make up for it tomorrow. It just needs to go up. Even if silver and gold are down tomorrow, I really want this to be like above 620 because it's got one big day behind its peers. It should have been testing 680 today and like closing at 660. So a bit strange. Don't really understand it. Disappointed, but I know that it will go up when silver's at 35. First Majestic's going to be way higher. Fortuna, well, after first Majestic, I guess I'll have to take this. First of all, it ventured higher to new highs. That's cool. It was a green day. That's cool. It closed at resistance. That's okay, but we've seen a lot of them do that and then go back down a bit. I really want this thing to be like venturing into the void, into this gap fill. I want it to be above 550, and it's going to take a bit of time for that. I think it's going to need, well, silver going up and maybe gold also going up and testing 2,900. I don't know, but I feel like that's inevitable because it's been pretty strong and it's just so close to doing it. So it's okay day for Fortuna. Next is CDE, getting better. Look at that big move up at one point. I tried to sell this and I missed it. Resistance, I'm going to move it down now. For me, resistance is here. It's all the same thing anyway. Just below 740. I don't know, maybe I should move my sell just below. But if silver moves, this is gonna, I mean, by the time silver's at 35, this thing is way past 8. Forget about it. So it's good. It's a green day. Looking at its sort of sisters and brothers, it's done okay, up 2.5%. Just would have been a better, it would have been better if it closed way higher than where it did. Silvercrest obviously is just sort of matching it, maybe even outperforming it, you could say, but they are going to merge, so that doesn't really change much. Hecla, that's okay, made a new high, closed, somewhat off its highs. It's okay, right? It's just another one which did okay, up 1%. Not good enough, but all of them kind of underperformed. EXK, similar stuff, but again, maybe a bit more of a significant move. It closed above all its last couple of candles, above this sort of resistance around 415. It's actually at 415. Just looking at Hecla actually. Next stop up here, yeah. Okay, Mag Silver, it was down, so that's not good. Was it down? I think it was down today. Basically unchanged, but it did test its high, so the resistance is definitely confirmed. This one's doing okay. It's a bit like Pan American Silver. Didn't have such a good day as Pan America, but it's like outperforming the silver stocks. So no problem with that. That for sure make new highs before silver's at 35. No doubt about it. Aris Mining. This one did okay. It was pretty poor the last couple of days, including yesterday when everything did quite well. But today, out of the blue, I don't think there's news, just up like 4 or 5%. I trimmed at 392. I wanted to sell at 391. I was like, okay, I'll just take 392. So I did. Next stop is up here, 414, I think. And then after that, yes, the descending is good. Maybe there's a continuation tomorrow. It's the kind of stock that can go up when everything else is red. So if there's like a sideways day tomorrow, I think this one could actually climb 3-4%. It needs to make up for its lack of movement recently, I think. A pretty good day. Iron Gold, I think this is tired because its high of day wasn't as much as yesterday's, and same again, yesterday's high of day wasn't as good as the other one. It's done, I mean, they've all done pretty big moves, some of them more than I am Gold, but I am Gold sort of didn't come down much, right? If you look at a lot of the other stocks, they came down a lot more. This one sort of held its own, and maybe it's just a bit tired of the buying. I mean, if gold and silver just start to move tomorrow, this is just going to start climbing, but relatively speaking, I just felt some weakness, so I trimmed a little bit. I forgot where, I think 649. But nothing special, really. Small trims as usual. Otherwise, where does it go next? Yeah, all the way up to 720. Definitely, yeah, gold at 3,000. This thing's at 720 or higher, no matter how tight it thinks it is over here. But yeah, you can see what I mean. Just not the best candle. Didn't even take out yesterday's high of day. Next is B2 Gold. Not selling that. At least it had a green day. It was kind of in line with the others, maybe even better than average. This thing I'm not selling until it's like in the threes. So I don't care how good a day it was. I'm just not selling for some time. This thing really needs to reclaim the threes. But anyway, we'll take it. It just got bad news and made its way back up. But again, I don't care. For several months, I probably won't sell this one. Equinox has been doing spectacularly for a while, broke out here, but the last 2 days when everything kind of went up quite a lot, this thing's just been a bit tired. Today, just sort of unchanged, technically green. It needs to test $7. Like that's where my next sell's gonna be. I'm just doing little sells here. $7, seven, probably 39 or 49, I don't know, up there and there. So today was not that great for Equinox, to be honest. I would have expected more, but still it's green. Right, SSRM, absolutely spectacular. I closed my position today. Finally, I bought it down here on the day that it flushed. My average was 495. So basically it's 100% up since my buys several months ago. And here it was, I mean, this breakout was beautiful, covered that, broke out the descending, retested it perfectly, climbed. It was like outperforming the rest a little bit. And then here it was just inevitable. And then we had gold breakout, plus some analysts did some, you know, gave it some new price, some, that's after the fact, after the big move. But anyway, that was the catalyst, gold going up. Some analysts priced expectations or whatever they call it. I can't even think of the terminology. Some outperformance, whatever. It pumped. I don't even know if that's why, but I was just selling into this move. And by the time I checked my desk, because I wasn't here at the open, I was like, my God, what's going on? I got 3, 4 sales for SSRM and I closed my position at 949. I thought, nah, that'll do. I was looking for this sort of 979 move, and I could see GDX sort of giving off, silver getting tired, and I just dumped the rest of it at 949, and then it actually went out, went higher, went to 959, I thought I saw, but by the time it closed, there we are at 911, so I'm happy. I closed the position. I may even remove it from the list. I'll leave it for 1 or 2 days out of pure respect because it's done beautifully. But for me, those proceeds sidelines for now, get a bit of interest on the dollars and interactive brokers, and then I'll just reassign the proceeds. Like I said before, Agnico-Eagle, Wheaton, I don't know, or just another silver stock on the drop. But amazing, perfect story finishes for me. If it keeps going up, great, good for those that hold it. I think it belongs way higher. If it goes down, good, I can pat myself on the back. But I probably won't buy it back. It depends how much it goes down. Finally, SBSW, nothing sideways. It's more of a general metal stock. Maybe it's retesting the breakout, but can't complain. Just average day for SBSW, given how average the metals were. I mean, silver at least. So, the silver stocks were up like 1% on average. So fair enough. Otherwise, beautiful day. Gold, nice. Silver, nice. Could be better. It's just we really want silver and the silver stocks to perform. It's just now gold is a bit tired, I think, and the DXY and yields have come down, so we could have a bit of a bounce day in the dollar and yields tomorrow, and maybe a bit of a small drop in the metals. But I think gold's going to 3,000, and we need to watch silver go to 35. And I think once we're running to 35, finally the silver stocks will really wake up and catch up. All right, that'll do. Hope you guys had fun today. I'm almost at new all-time highs, and I just look at it like I judge my portfolio on the GDX, and GDX is like 7% till you get up to the old highs. And for sure, by then my portfolio will be worth more than it was back then. So I'm outperforming in the general manner, and it means I'm trading well on the way down and on the way up. So I'm happy. Let me know what you think, how it's going with your portfolios, and what you think of these individual stocks. All right, enjoy.